Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today is our day 1 in Vietnam. We landed in Hanoi at 2 am, rested for a bit, and by the time we freshened up, a limousine already arrived at our hotel to pick us up. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to reach Halong Bay from Hanoi city. Because we were on our way by 8:30 am, we thought that there would be lesser traffic, but you can't really expect that from this city. This transfer service from Hanoi city to Halong Bay and back is not included in the price you pay for staying on the cruise. So you have to pay about 30 USD per person extra for this. They drop you at the guest launch by Genesis Regal Cruises. This is the place where we submit the luggage and do the balance payments if any. They made us wait here for almost an hour, but it was okay because of the view. Because the cruise ships are too big to come here, so a small speedboat comes to pick us up from here while the cruise stays in Halong Bay unless there is a technical or maintenance issue. It would take about 30 to 40 minutes to reach the cruise from here.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? How are you?
Good.
How are you? Welcome to Halong Bay. Just be happy, and especially the humidity is not too high. Only around 98 to 102% only. Not too high.
Even though we are still far from our cruise, we can already see the remarkable views. And this one is my favorite. It feels as if Halong Bay is welcoming us. All the rocks you see here are limestone mountains, and I can't help but wonder if it's so beautiful over here, what it will be like around the cruise. The cruise ship that you see right here is the one that we stayed on when we visited Vietnam last time in 2020. We are just about to board the cruise and the crew is already there to give us a warm welcome. It just clicked in my mind that we were about to enjoy a royal lifestyle for the next 24 hours. By the time our room is ready, lunch is being served, so we are going to the dining hall to have our lunch. As soon as we entered the hall, we were given watermelon juice or the welcome drink. A 5-course set meal will be served and you can have lunch while looking at this amazing view. And most importantly, they are 5-course meals specially designed for vegetarians. If you don't like something that they serve, you'll also be given an option to change it with something else. We felt that the food was okay, just had to add some salt and pepper. After having lunch, we finally came to the room allotted to us. We booked a junior suite room, which is the most basic one on this cruise. It costed us about 160 USD per person. Just look at the ambience. The room looks exactly like in the pictures we looked at before booking the cruise. The highlight of this room is this view. You can just relax on the bed while enjoying the Halong Bay views. Let me show you something even better. Ta-da! You can actually see the Halong Bay from here, and rest of the washroom is quite basic. But this is amazing! Bathtub with a view, just wow! The bamboo boat that you see here is actually a mobile snack bar. There is also some storage space here to keep our luggage. There are 2 bathrobes as well. You can also see that there is enough hanging space over here. They also provided us with 2 life jackets in case there is an emergency. And my favorite place in this suite is the balcony with this view. Being able to enjoy this view like this feels like absolute heaven. Before coming here, we looked at least 100 cruise ships, not knowing which one to book. We wanted to choose based on itinerary, which places would be covered and how the cruise looked like and so on. But why we chose Genesis Regal Cruise? Halong Bay has become really crowded these days. There are at least 400 cruises in Halong Bay, but Genesis Cruise actually follows a new route introduced about 2 to 3 years ago, and it is not as crowded. This cruise stays in Lanha Bay most of the time, but you also get an opportunity to see some places in Halong Bay. So this way you would be able to enjoy both Halong Bay and Lanha Bay on a budget for one. Even after this cruise being so huge, has only 20 cabins, whereas others have 40 to 100 cabins. And how does this affect us? Anywhere you go would be crowded, whether it is the terrace, dining hall, or even when you go for kayaking. Because of lesser number of people on this cruise, we felt that we have all the freedom and space to just take pictures or videos or just enjoy the views. And apart from the luxurious suite rooms, they also provide an open terrace and small pool or jacuzzi. After resting for a while in the room, we started on our way to experience the first activity of the day. We reached Dark and Bright Caves and will explore this place by bamboo boat. This place is so hot, and if we would have booked some other cruise apart from this, they would have made us kayak over here in this hot climate. They have to work so hard to enjoy the views while we just sit on a bamboo boat and appreciate the scenery. And if you are lucky enough, you will be able to catch a glimpse of cat langur, which is golden-headed monkey, an endangered species found only in Halong Bay. The shade feels so cool over here and the views are just breathtaking. We are about to reach the cave in few seconds, and this is how it looks from outside. This place lies along the borders of Halong Bay and Lanha Bay, and no matter which kind of cruise you book, they'll definitely bring you here. As soon as you enter the cave, you can see a lot of rock structures hanging down. These are known as stalactites and are found only in caves formed from limestone. You can also see that at some places there is water dripping. At some point it feels as if it's raining inside the cave. It's great inside the cave, but the view while exiting this place is beauty worth 1,000 words. This almost feels as if we are entering a different world. The main reason why this place is so pure and natural is just because they are not allowing anything else except for these kayaks and bamboo boats. And then, these islets, greenish water, the blue sky add up to make this place a heaven on earth. Everyone comes here to enjoy the views and relax, while these people rowing the boat work so hard in this scorching heat. Upon reaching here, we could see the 360-degree view of this place. We came here last time in March 2020, and the places around Dark and Bright Cave seem to change with season. We felt that the scenery looks much more beautiful and much more greener. After the bamboo boat tour, we came back to the speedboat. This is the boat that is used to take you out for activities, and when we are back on the cruise, they attach the boat like this to the cruise so that it accompanies us and can be used whenever it is needed. Even the corridors in the cruise are designed in such a way that they spit out elegance. There are also a lot of posters over here, might be some important personalities from Vietnam. And quite obviously we don't recognize even one. And the most amazing view is over here. Anyone would expect a huge painting over here, but they chose a huge window so that you can actually see the amazing Halong Bay views even while you are climbing up and down the stairs. This is the open deck or terrace on the third floor of the cruise. This feels more like a huge bungalow in the middle of the ocean rather than a cruise, right? You can also chill on these standing chairs or sun loungers while you are here. And the view from here is absolutely stunning. There is also a bar over here. No bartender right now, but I guess they would be here during the sunset party. And this guy is the captain of our cruise. Hello. After exploring the cruise for a bit, we went back to the room for a nap, and by the time we woke up, sunset party was almost over. No wonder we missed tea and snacks that were served at the party, but lucky enough not to miss the sunset views. Sunset at Halong Bay is truly amazing, and it's one of the reasons why we booked an overnight cruise, because if you book a day cruise, you would be leaving Halong Bay around this time and can't really enjoy the views. And of course, we made sure to get some pictures clicked with this gorgeous view.
Perfect blend. Not too salty, not too sweet, and not too sour. And everyone knows what's this.
This cooking class is another activity on the cruise. They teach you how to make one of the world's top 50 dishes, which is spring rolls, the star of Vietnam cuisine. Every person who comes to Vietnam would definitely try this dish, but if you stay on an overnight cruise, you also get an opportunity to learn how to make it. Also, if we want to have spring rolls right now on this cruise, we have to make it ourselves. This rice paper seems to be the main ingredient of this dish. On top of it, we add some rice noodles, few veggies, a slice of pineapple and a shrimp. If you are a vegetarian, just skip the shrimp. We use a sauce to seal the spring roll, which later also acts like a dip. We feel that the taste is mainly because of that dip. Apart from this, they also have a happy hour where you can get one free for every 2 cocktails, mocktails or beers. It's so good that I can't even describe. You can tell how much he loves this dish just by his face. Or should I say dance? After the cooking class, we chilled on the deck for a few minutes and came back to the dining hall to have dinner. It's a 5-course set meal and here I am trying lobster for the first time. Only if I could figure out how to eat it. Finally, this gentleman helped me with it and I'm almost there. And that's how you do it. It's really special. And the pumpkin soup tastes so amazing, I can't really explain. We had panna cotta and passion fruit jelly in dessert, and even though I'm not a fan of passion fruit, the combination is great. After hogging so much food, we finally called it a day. It's 5:30 in the morning and this is the scenery we woke up to. We can't really see the sunrise because of the clouds and on top of it, it started raining. Even the rain feels so romantic in Halong Bay. And along with it, we could also see some sunrise views. Since it's raining, I thought there wouldn't be any Tai Chi class, but Pradeep went to the class like the friend benchers in school and caught a glimpse of it for us to see. This class feels to be a mix of yoga and Chinese martial arts. Just looking at this spectacle makes me feel so sad because this is our last day on this cruise. Here we are in the dining hall once again, this time for buffet breakfast. There is lot of gluten and of course a few fruit options. Just when I thought that there isn't much, I saw live omelette and pho counters. Pho has to be one of my favorite dishes in Vietnam, and if I skip the meat, it's perfect for my breakfast with a tint of lemon and chilies. And you can add the meat of course if you don't feel it's heavy for your morning or if you just want to add some protein. After that, we came back to the room to watch these landscapes. And if you observe these carefully, you would know that each place in Halong Bay and Lanha Bay looks and feels different. All these pieces of land or mountains are actually islands, and in Halong Bay there are about 1969 islands, while there are 330 of them in Lanha Bay. At 7:30, we sat on a speedboat to go to Tra Bao fishing village, and this is located in Lanha Bay. Usually the other overnight cruises arrange the kayaking activity on day 1, that too in the afternoon. But Genesis chose the morning slot, which makes the activity really pleasant and reduces the crowd. This place is so empty because nobody else except for the people on our cruise are present here. The weather being on the cooler side makes it a perfect time slot for this activity. Pradeep is working hard to paddle the boat while I record the video. We have about 1 hour. No matter how far we go, we have to come back here within that time. In the beginning, we are going against the waves, so for the first 40 minutes we can go as far as we want and then start on our way back. Kayaking is definitely a task, but all the cardio is worth it when you are doing it in this place. And if you fall off from the boat, it's a story worth telling. Because as long as you have your life jacket on, you are safe and you can find the balance and climb back on the kayak. You can also take some breaks in between so you regain the energy to kayak again. By 9:30 we were back on the cruise again, and before checking out we decided to pamper ourselves with these magnificent views. After chatting for a while, we came back one last time to the dining hall to have our buffet style brunch. No matter how luxurious 5-course meals are, buffet is what fills your heart. We came to the deck to click some final pictures. And we didn't realize when our time was up on this cruise. We got on the speedboat and it dropped us on the port. Since we already booked the transfer, they took care of our travel back to Hanoi city. When you want to explore Halong Bay, there are 3 types of tours that are available. One is day tour, and second one is 2 day 1 night, the one which we have opted in this video, and 3 days 2 nights. Since I have been on all 3 of them, I'll show you the comparison so that it would be easy for you to choose which one to go with. 1 day tour to Halong Bay costs about 33 USD per person, but I felt that the service and facilities were really basic. Hospitality was not that great. But we must mention that it is the most budget friendly option available. Most importantly, on 1 day tour you'll get to see the most amazing places that you won't be able to see when you book the overnight cruise. And the best one has to be this cave. So if you want to visit a lot of places in 1 day, then you must take the 1 day tour. Coming to Sapphire Cruise, we stayed there about 3 days 2 nights. 1 night on the cruise and 1 night on the island. It was a mid-range cruise and the ambience and service were amazing. It costed us about 238 USD per person. This is a budget friendly option if you are looking for an overnight cruise, but you can take the 2 days 1 night cruise instead of 3 days 2 nights. Hope this video is helpful. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.